Greetings, and welcome back. You're doing a good job. First, a recap of your previous visit. The frogman has completely metamorphosized into frog form. He may appear somewhat grotesque, but once you get used to him, he looks rather cute. No, really. At the moment, the habitat contains 2 frogmen. Seaman has become ill after eating a spider. Please take good care of him. Some kind words of encouragement may help him feel better. So let us head over to the tank.
It's too dry in here. Can't you get the sprinkler? Oh, yeah, that's it. Hey, it's a bit cold in here. It's about time. Oh, goody. Ahoy there, my friend. Oh, I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out.
Ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I mean. I'm pretty hungry now. My, it's hot in here. That was great. Thanks. My, it's hot in here.
Oh, I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out. Oh, I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out. Oh, I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out.
I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out. I'm illin. Yes, I am. Tomorrow. We'll talk again tomorrow. Flick the sprinkler on, would you? I need a little mist here. It's too dry. A moist seaman is a happy seaman. Can someone out there put on a sprinkler for me? There's not enough moisture here. Hey, why don't you turn on the sprinkler? A moist seaman is a happy... just like my Harlem days. I'm feeling a little peckish. Could you feed me? Yum, food. So good. Hey, you. Hey. Wow, it's late. You know, earlier you told me that you weren't seeing anyone romantically. Is this still true? Really? So you have a boyfriend now? Okay, now you're not making any sense. Let's try this again. Are you still single, yes or no? I see. Well then, I have a question for you. Namely, I wonder if you believe in your heart that there's a person out there meant just for you. Well, do you? You're a believer? That's wonderful. Just don't assume that the first person who looks good to you will be the one. That's a good way to get hurt. You know, I'm really glad that you have people you can spend time with who care about you. No, really. I think it's hard for people to connect in such a gigantic, scary world. I mean, sure, it seems simple to an outsider like me, considering just how many of you there are, but if it were so simple, why would there be so many internet chat rooms and friends services? That's why I'm curious. Where did you meet your friends? Ah, so it began as a friendship of proximity, did it? Well, I believe that that's exactly what most friendships are made of, so I think maybe this whole social game is more kismet than skill. The thing is, it's all circumstance, isn't it? I mean, if you hadn't been in the right place at the right time, then things could have turned out a whole lot differently, couldn't they? If you'd been somewhere else, grown up in another country, for example, and never come to be where you are, Your entire set of friends and where you spend your free time would be completely different. Your personality would no doubt be very different as well. It's funny how certain events mold us all and how easy it would be to be an entirely different personality than you are. You know what I find interesting? You were probably born into a family which will most likely take care of you until you reach about 18 years of age, maybe longer. I would think that no group of people can be happy together all the time. Of course, maybe your differences just bring you closer, which makes me wonder, how well do you get along with your family? So everything's pretty good? You're all swimming in the same ocean then. That must make those family get-togethers a lot easier to get through. Now, how about friends? Do you get along better with your friends or your family? Well, that makes sense, since those are the people you've chosen, whereas you didn't get to choose your family. The trick is to get along with everybody. I think people are much happier when they can do that. Okay, maybe your family isn't perfect, but perhaps your disagreements have more to do with how you've had to be around each other in close quarters for so long than who you really are. Think about this. If these people weren't your parents, do you think you could be friends with them? I guess that generation gap is just too wide to ever cross. Well, maybe you'll think differently when you're older. I've really enjoyed talking to you. Your relationships seem complicated to me, and I don't think that's just because I'm a Seaman and you're a human. So many different kinds of people live on this planet. I can tell you one thing, though. It's maybe the only universal truth for all relationships, and that is, all of your relationships will one day end. Even with your closest friends, things will someday be over. Whether it's because you had some silly fight or because you've been parted by death. At some point, you will never speak to each other again. But don't let that scare you. Your precious time on this earth and people you love are what will make life worth living. Instead, appreciate what you have and enjoy all the happiness you can find. That will certainly make you a happier human being. I guarantee it. Anyway, I hope this hasn't been too embarrassing for you. We'll talk again soon. Still no food yet? Can I get down or can I get down?